Here with Coach Alvin Slaughter, handles the return specialist for Northwestern State. We preview that group for the 2019 season. Coach, a little bit of a pun intended here. All puns are intended. Good hands back there, and Hayden Bourgeois on the punt return and Miles Ward on the kick return. But guys who can do it, more than just securing the catch, they can break a big one.
Yes, they are two dynamic athletes that we have in the return game. Hayden being one of the punt returners that we do have. The first thing, in addition to his athletic ability, is just his ability to secure the catch. That's a big thing on the punt return unit. Outside of his ability to break one, I want to make sure that he's securing the catch and then staying within the schematical things that we do on the return side of that. But he does have the big play ability to score when he does get the ball in his hands. Very blessed and privileged to be able to coach such a young man like himself. Miles Ward, a big play guy, one of the most explosive guys on this team. He is one of the All-Americans back from a kick return standpoint. He was able to take one to the house last year versus SFA, which helped us in the victory against them. Very, very blessed, very privileged to be able to coach both of these guys. Miles will be, leading the charge this year. Hayden will be leading the charge this year for the punt return, the kick return duties. And there are some other guys that's obviously going to have an opportunity to compete. But right now, those two guys are the head of what we're doing in the return game.
Well, you mentioned a couple of those guys because, especially on the kick return, it's easy to kick away from somebody if they've got Miles Ward circled, which most teams probably will. You've got a guy like Ryan Reed, seen some time back there. I know there's some other guys that you'd probably like to see kind of have that same type ability that Miles has.
Right. Benaiah Franklin, he's a guy that plays very fast, a guy that transferred in. He has some uniqueness to himself as well. The ability to catch the ball, the ability to make a cut on a dime, change direction. He's fielding punts and kickoffs at the same time. Also, Kobe McGee, Ryan Reed, Littleton. So we have a bunch of guys that back there that's pushing these guys that's been doing it for a while for the Demons. I'm just excited to be able to be a part of it. Just from a coach standpoint, when you're coaching great players and you want the best from them, and when they exemplify those things in practice, you just can't wait to get to the game so you can see it all come together, and then we can fork them at the end and sing our alma mater fight song.
And, sometimes I think everybody looks back and says, okay, you got Bourgeois, you got Ward, you got great returns, but also you probably want to give, a little bit of props to the guys up front. A lot of times those big returns don't happen without some of those guys. Yes, the guys up front, they are probably the biggest part of the return game. I myself was a returner, so I understand, once I get the ball or once these guys get the ball, if there's a crease, man, we're just trying to hit the crease and go, and then hopefully we score a touchdown based off of that making the right decision. But we know up front it's going to start with those guys just sticking and staying on their blocks, being able to finish blocks. That's one thing we talk about on both returns, the kick return and the punt return. Just being able to stick blocks, being able to maintain blocks. And once the ball clears you, then we work it to the next level. So just understanding how it all comes together. The one guy gets the pat on the back, gets the touchdown or gets the big explosive play, but we understand that it took 10 more guys without getting into the detail of what we're doing schematically, but we understand that 10 guys along with that one returner makes it all happen for us. All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you for having us. Fork 'em.